So this is a recently completed Aaron Oya tenor ukulele. It is curly koa, top, back, and sides. Has a Spanish cedar neck, koa bindings, koa end graph, koa bindings around the fretboard, bindings around the headstock. The fretboard and bridge are East Indian rosewood. We also have a koa rosette. And this is what I call the true radial rosette. So what I do with this rosette, it's not a piece of wood that's cut flat and we do a circle. This koa is actually bent around the circle. And we do that and we slice it and we inlay it in there. Okay. Inside the neck, there's a carbon fiber truss rod up here. The neck joint is bolted on, and there's a mortise and tenon inside here. We added a little koa piece back here. Some of the features, we have hip shot. These are Goto tuners from Japan. Savarez strings. The nut and the saddle are Tusk by Graphtec. One of the things you were asking me earlier is what I do with the saddle is it's not perpendicular, it's not 90 degrees, it's not straight up and down, it's actually at an angle about 7 degrees. And we do that on purpose. If there is ever a undersaddle pickup installed here, it gives good contact on here. Normally if it's up here and you have an undersaddle, the strings will pull it forward and leave a gap underneath. So I learned this from Rick Turner years and years ago, and we've been doing it like this ever since. What it also does is if you have to raise or lower the saddle, it automatically adjusts for intonation. If you're raising it, the contact points go further back, just by nature of that. So once you set the intonation here, you can actually lower the saddle and not even touch the intonation anymore. Okay. Some of the other things we have in here, the linings are out of Spanish cedar and they're reversed. And some of the builders do that now. They reverse the linings. What that does for me is it stiffens up the side a lot, and it allows the back to move. So when you strum, if you strum it against your body or you hold it, okay, it's a lot more resonant than holding it against your body. You hear the difference, yeah? So the nut is actually inside the fretboard. I do that on purpose. It makes it nice and clean for me when I do the finishing, because the finish comes up on the headstock and it doesn't touch the fretboard here. There's a lot of builders that this is a problem area for a lot of builders. So this solves that for me. What it also does is it makes this joint extremely difficult. Okay. Finish is lacquer, nitrocellulose lacquer, so we buff it out and we high gloss it. So we try to make sure that you can see yourself in the reflection. Okay. But this is a rare instrument, because I normally don't build all koa instruments. Right? Normally most of my instruments have spruce tops. So this one I probably made less than 10 with koa tops. So very, very not common. Somebody asked me for a label years ago, and I tried to develop a label, and I just never did. And the reason is most of my instruments go to customers, right? So for me, when I build or when we collaborate on an instrument, the instrument becomes yours. You don't need my name in there. You know I built it. This is your instrument, and my name is nowhere on here. It's inside. I sign it, I number it, but I don't advertise it, and that's okay for me. That's okay for my clients. I don't build a whole lot of instruments, so I'm not advertising to the whole world, and the whole world doesn't know, oh, this is an Aaron Oya instrument, and that's okay.